You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Good Friday morning to you, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Friday, right in your little, lovely little faces there, you two. Mm-hmm. Well, what's going on? Oh, a couple of great little historical moments here. I love this stuff so much. It was this day, 1781. Yeah. Astronomer William Herschel saw and recorded, and he got a little ecstatic about the whole thing, what he thought was a very huge, unusual comet.
Huh.
Turns out Billy Boy was actually looking at Uranus.
Was he really?
I'll just leave that there. Moving on, it was 1915, and we're getting ready for the baseball season. Boys are down in spring training, getting it done. I love this story a lot because it's just guys just doing stupid stuff. This day in 1915, Brooklyn Dodgers manager Wilbert Robinson, is kind of a little promotion thing for baseball, and it would have set a world record, I guess. Actually hired a pilot, put an airplane a little over 500 feet in the air, and he was going to catch a baseball dropped by the pilot from that airplane down in Daytona Beach.
How'd that go?
Okay.
Well, apparently somebody else with the organization talked the pilot into dropping a grapefruit instead.
Oh.
And when Wilbert tried to catch the darn thing, it basically exploded, splattered all over. He thought he'd been like killed.
Like shot.
Oh, wow.
And hilarity ensued, and the team
my
dragged up
gosh.
laughing. And it's just one of those moments in history where you go,
He caught it, but it just like exploded on
That's
him.
funny.
yeah, it kind of hit him and went everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
Imagine if that would have been a baseball. It might have been him that went everywhere.
yeah, who knows? Could have hit it from over 500 feet.
Oh,
I know,
yeah,
that's
thing's picking
dangerous.
up steam.
Yeah,
So
holy
there you
cow.
go.
Well, it is also a Friday the 13th, so for those of
That's
you who
right.
are afraid of that type of thing, just...
A lucky day.
It is Heidi's lucky day, so something awesome is going to happen for her today. I don't know what that is, but something awesome. Coming up in a bit, we've got Ranger Dan, we got the Critter Corner, some Watercooler Talk, much, much more. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Well, top of the morning to you two little rascals here. I'm Ranger Dan. Here, boy, I feel fairly good about not speaking with a bad Irish
I was going to
brogue.
say, you're not. You're no longer Irish, which is nice.
Jumping right into the old mailbag here.
A lot of people are going to still be Irish till Tuesday.
That's fact. Let's see. Got a lot of inquiries on this, and then I guess, it certainly makes sense because, boy, I've sure given it some thought over the years. Here we go. Dear Ranger Dan, I am taking the wife and all the kids to the Sportsman Show this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And really wondering if you're going to be there.
Oh, hey.
Oh, that's a good question.
Representing, and that's all there is to it. Signed, Gerald Ray Lindquist.
Oh, are you going to be there?
Well, Jerry, I got to tell you what, and everybody else who's been inquiring about that, I did always think that it was maybe a good idea. Goodness gracious, been going on over 50 years over there, the Arena Convention Center and whatnot. But turns out, what with modern-day high-tech background checks and increased security, just isn't going to work out. But I'll tell you what. Ranger Dan Enterprises is proud to present the first annual Ranger Dan Guys Only Overnight Nature Extravaganza.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
We're going to start out tomorrow midnight, run till 6 a.m. That's going to be hosted over at the Midco Aquatic Center right there on Western Avenue.
Okay.
That's what you do, boys. 21 and over only, please. Just drive up 22nd there, cut your headlights. I want you to park in the VA hospital. Don't attract any attention. Just walk down the hill and you hit the west entrance there for just $9.95. You're going to enjoy an entire overnight. We'll be showing off the latest in government confiscated hunting and fishing equipment. Confiscated boats, motors, RVs, some fish and ice houses fresh off the lakes, and a whole lot more. Great entertainment, too. Who needs a live trout pond when you can grab yourself a baseball bat and wade into the Club Alive Carp Pool? While the other boys are featuring that kind of sketchy little, Twiggy the water skiing squirrel, well, you can grab yourself a PBR for just a couple bucks, kick back, and enjoy the tantalizing antics of Pinky the pole dancing possum. And that's tomorrow, midnight to 6, Midco Aquatic Center, the Ranger Dan first annual overnight nature extravaganza. We'll see you there. That's it for Ranger Dan. Hey, kids, little radio rangers, stay in school, go to church, say prayers, eat your vegetables, play inside, let me get squirrel cries. Ranger Dan, out? Yes, sir.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Time now for Watercooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio right now with some news here for the final day of the week, the Friday the 13th edition of news. What do we have here?
And this is already probably 24 hours old, but it's such huge news for people who don't know. Mayor Paul Tenhagen, close personal friend of mine, because I've said hi to him 2-3 times, I guess, last year, and he always snaps his fingers and go, starts with a B. No. See, he was teasing this huge announcement he had coming up.
Oh yeah, what was that?
And some people were going, well, I wonder if it's a freeze on property taxes. Oh no, it's much bigger than that.
Oh, what is it?
Sioux Falls is getting a Chick-fil-A.
Yay!
That's fantastic, actually.
I'm so excited.
I know you are. You aren't making that up.
I think I know the guy that's opening it.
That's not all. Lloyd Companies announced it'll be located in the Empire Place, West 41st Street, near the Empire Mall. The same development as Chipotle, which is coming as well. So they're going to be right there in the same little
strip mall area.
Little deal. Yeah, it's that Wednesday afternoon. But I'm just getting to it because I'm pretty busy investigative reporter.
Wonderful.
You are.
That's all there is to it. And this is so odd to me because I had never had Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah.
Until it would have been last November.
Okay.
I flew down to Florida to see my daughter.
Yeah, they got Chick-fil-A's there.
Kids. And my son-in-law picked me up at the airport, and Taylor said, "Are you hungry, sir?" He calls me sir, which is so adorable.
That's nice. Very young,
really
good young man.
He's a great kid. I said, yeah, I could eat something, Taylor. What are you thinking? He goes, I'm whipping to Chick-fil-A. I said, I've never had that. He goes, oh, you'll love it. Mm-hmm. And what was interesting is we're coming to the drive-thru down a very busy avenue, and it's just a little after lunch. It's maybe 1:30 in the afternoon. Cars were lined up out of the parking lot.
It's heavenly good.
Halfway up the street. And I looked at him. I said, you can't be serious. He goes, oh, no, trust me. And he got in line behind dozens and dozens of cars.
It's good stuff, though.
It's quick.
And we just flew through. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
And then we got to the house and ate it. I was in Florida, I think, for 7 days. Yeah. I did Chick-fil-A 4 times.
Yeah, once you have it.
So that's pretty cool.
We actually had a radio station in Sioux City for a while, and we were living down there for about 13 months, and I gained 50 pounds when we lived there. So I wish I was kidding.
It is addictive. That is just a heck of a franchise, heck of a company.
It's good stuff.
They do some stuff different, and it's all good.
And now I enjoy that every once in a while, and it helps to not have it. Now it's going to be so close.
So there's the diet. Yeah. There's the big news. Big news.
Awesome. That is great news.
That's great news. I have some good news to share as well.
Okay.
I'm going to have a young lady joining me on the program here from the Pointer Sisters.
Ooh.
Anita Pointer.
Anita.
Yeah, I'm going to be chatting with her in just a moment here and get some music from her as well. It's all on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at The Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
On this Friday morning, we have a super awesome guest joining us, a living legend, AnitaPointer from the Pointer Sisters. And we're going to chat about many things, her music career, and a new book called Fairy Tale, The Pointer Sisters Family History. First of all, Anita, how are you?
I'm doing great, John. Thank you. How are you?
I am fantastic, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. We're going to talk about your music career and a new song that you have out. But first, let's start with the book. How long have you guys been working on this?
Oh, God, it was years. I'd say from 7 to 10 years we worked on it, starting and stopping and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting. But it was really a heartfelt journey, and I went through happy times. I cried a lot because some of the memories are painful, you know.
Yeah.
When I think about losing my daughter, I think about, she passed in 2003, pancreatic cancer, and then losing my sister, June, in 2006, cancer. And the song that we wrote, me and Bonnie, and Steve Diamond, our friend, he did the music, wrote a song called Feels Like June, and it's like the best thing I've ever done, and I just love it so much. You got to listen to it, and everybody's got to get it. And Fairy Tale was just a history, it's a history lesson for these young kids to see just what it takes, what it takes to make it. It's different times now. Things have changed so much.
Absolutely. And over the 50 years that you've been doing this, music has changed quite a bit. Would you say it was easier to get discovered and be a star back then, or would you say it's easier now?
You know what? In some ways, it's a lot easier because you can record and do all your music on your phone. You don't have to have a studio. And you don't have to have a record company. These independent companies are coming up all over the place, and they're doing great stuff. But then again, everybody's doing it. That's the only problem. There's so many people that are using their phones to create and using their, laptops to create, and you don't have to have a studio. So it's a lot more competition. I'm glad we started when we did, even though it was really, really tough. We had some foot stomping going on. We had to track around San Francisco, didn't have a car, and just pass our pictures out wherever we do whatever we thought would help, and now they have social media. You just put a picture on Instagram and it goes all over the world.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
We didn't have that.
So now let's talk about your new music. You've got this song, Feels Like June. Tell me a little bit about this new song.
Okay. It's a fabulous song written by Anita Pointer and Bonnie Pointer and Steve Diamond. And it's a song about June and how sweet she was. We just miss her so much. Oh, my God. And I just want everyone to hear it, to be a part of it.
So where can people find a copy of Feels Like June?
Yes, it's streaming now on all the streaming networks. It's iTunes, Spotify, Pandora. I think that's what my granddaughter told me, Roxy. Roxy and Terry, they've been handling it. But I'm telling you, it's all over.
We're going to throw a link on our Facebook page to make it easy for people to find the song. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today, Anita.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I got one quick story to share with you before I let you go. My wife and I went to a program called Ricky Nelson Remembered with the Nelson brothers, and they talked about on their birthday, their dad gave them this special gift, and they got to go into a studio on their birthday when they were like 12 or 13 years old and record a song. And he said when they got in there and they sat down to record, in comes the Pointer Sisters.
I remember that so well. It was so wonderful. They were so happy when we came in. The twins.
Yeah.
Their birthday.
Well, they do a really cool show called Ricky Nelson Remembered, and that story was part of the show.
That is so wonderful. How blessed for the kids to do that.
And it's such a great show.
I love it. Oh, I hope I get to see it. That's fabulous. That's really, really fabulous.
Again, our guest today has been Anita Pointer from the Pointer Sisters, and their new book, Fairy Tale, The Pointer Sisters Family History, is available right now. We've got a link to that and to her new music on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a little bit of entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Snap them if you got them. Celebrities are fabulous. Normally we talk about highfalutin celebrities out there doing movies and saying stuff. And
super highfalutin.
We very seldom talk about network television.
Yeah,
which is how all this stuff really started back in the day when there were three major networks. I remember when I was growing up, you got three networks, and if you were lucky, two of them actually came in on your little black and white television set. I mean, it was a whole different world.
Had to move the antenna to get the other one?
When I was growing up, Thursday nights on NBC was always like
the big
huge night. That was family
ties,
and Cheers. Always were on Thursday.
And I was a kid, period. You had some stuff that happened Saturday, the advent of cartoons.
Saturday mornings.
Mickey Mouse Club. And then Sunday night was
Wild Kingdom?
Ed Sullivan and Walt Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And that was it. Other than that, we didn't watch TV.
Yeah,
there was really no reason to.
A little bit of polka music from that, what's his name?
Lawrence Welk.
Yeah.
And his champagne music makers. Yeah. Love that stuff.
Wonderful.
Here's what's going on as far as what is getting axed and what is coming back.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, and just at a glance here, NBC has renewed The Blacklist. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I do like when I trip across it, I will watch it.
Yeah, John likes that one.
And apparently life really only happens in Chicago. They've renewed Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD.
That's awesome.
Also Law & Order SVU, New Amsterdam, Superstore, and This Is Us.
Nice.
They've axed Blind Spot, The Good Place, The In-Between, and Sunnyside, and Will and Grace. Thank the Lord.
Will and Grace is leaving again?
Yep.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah,
I thought that just came back.
It did.
It
didn't last long.
Nobody cared.
No.
Okay, so like, everybody's going to love us. Maybe they won't. No. Never mind.
When you're a one-trick pony, man, it just kind of gets old,
Yeah, that's too bad.
Over on ABC, they are bringing back The Good Doctor. Grey's Anatomy. I can't remember when that wasn't on.
Yeah, it's been on for 20 years now.
Holy cow. Well, it must still be doing okay.
Got to be getting close to 20 years.
And Station 19, I don't know what that is. They have canceled or ending the series of Fresh Off the Boat, How to Get Away with Murder, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Modern Family has wrapped up.
Oh.
And, that didn't get canceled. They just said, you know what, I think we're done. Yeah.
Stop before we run out of ideas.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Reef Break, and I have no idea what that was, but...
It's about a break in a reef.
Oh, sure.
I'm just trying to help, Heidi.
What's going on Fox TV? They are bringing back Bless the Hearts, Family Guy, and season number 127 of The Simpsons.
Oh, wow. That's been on forever.
Canceled.
Since the 80s.
Yeah. Canceled Almost Family, the reboot of Beverly Hills 90210, and Empire, because Jussie Smollett is not going to get out of jail.
Oh, yeah.
And there's still a lot of series still awaiting kind of trial and judgment.
So one that you mentioned that is going to be renewed on one of the networks is Blacklist. You mentioned that right away. Mm-hmm. I actually have, from Blacklist, joining me on Monday for Movie Star Monday, a guy by the name of Harry Lennox.
Yeah.
He's been in that. He's been in The Matrix. And he's been in a ton of stuff.
It's a well-written show. I've watched it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm excited to chat with him about that because the Blacklist, that's been on a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I thought that was going to be like a one-season thing, and I wonder if they realized 9 seasons ago that it was going to be so popular.
It's caught on. It's well-written, well-acted, well-produced, yeah.
And I'm trying to think of the guy's name. That's the lead actor in that.
I can see him, can't name him.
He was in Pretty in Pink. You know the guy.
I haven't seen the show, so...
Who's the guy in Pretty in Pink?
Yeah, nobody cares. CBS have renewed Blood and Treasure Evil.
Andrew McCarthy?
No.
Bomb. And Young Sheldon, which I don't understand that at all. They've canceled Criminal Minds, Hawaii Five-0, and Madam Secretary is out the door.
Holy cow.
And there you go. That's what I know so far.
Oh, I was busy Googling Pretty in Pink.
Yeah, I know you were. See, John hangs a left, and I just keep trying to muscle my way through.
You did the right thing. You absolutely did the right thing. So the guy that I was thinking of, I just found it here on the old Google machine. It's James Spader.
Okay.
So he was in Pretty in Pink, wasn't he?
Minor character.
Well, I'm just saying. So he's in that other show. So.
Okay.
Well, Dan, thank you for your report.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
Oh, I've stopped playing minutes ago.
Okay. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.